Okay, I'm live. I'm just gonna stay on here because this is just not fun trying to use Streamlabs. Streamlabs is never fun. But we're here. Let's make sure that it's actually a public event. Because sometimes it just doesn't love to do that. Cancel. How do I. Hello. Well, it says there's 2 thumbs up. So, we're just gonna keep going. Hello! There we go! Hi everyone. Welcome to Tale Tea Time, the crafting spectacular part 2 Electric Boogaloo. I think last time I went live, I was doing this as well, so we're gonna do it again. I'm really excited for y'all to see this. We are continuing with my quest to make my H2O top perfect. Sorry, I realized last time I was down here and you guys were all down here with me, and it was a good time. Oh, the problem is just the ground is wet, so that's not fun. But hello, hello, hello. If you should be in bed, maybe you should be, but, you know, I can tell you a bedtime story. I can tell you the tragic story of how I attached everything, all these scales onto my H2O top, and then it didn't work. Well, it kind of worked. So this is the sequel, how we got a H2O top with a bunch of H2O kind of style scales on it. Very pretty, very iridescent, but a lot of them fell off. So that wasn't really good. Hello, Myra and Mermaid Catalina and Siren Cities. That's the tea. Yeah, that's the tea. But I don't know. Oh, Aqua Mermaid's at it again. That was kind of fun. She reached out to a bunch of people in Vancouver. I think I told you guys this, but she reached out to a bunch of people in Vancouver being like, do you want to do a party last minute? And everyone's like, no, suffer. So that was funny. But, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am going to pick off, I'm kind of considering redoing all of it, but I don't know if I should. But it kind of looks bad, but, oh well. I'm just going to pick off a lot of the stuff I did. I got new silicone. I went to the hardware store today and I got different silicone. So that's helpful. That should aid me in this process. And I have more of it. I'm not trying to ration it, so that's really good. I don't know if I'll pigment it. Oh shoot, I don't have something to mix the pigment in. I'll have to find something. I don't know if I'm going to ration it. Or not ration it, but I don't know if I'm going to put pigment on it. Just because I don't really know if I love exactly how it turned out last time. So I might just use the clear stuff. But right now I'm just kind of picking it off. Love your vids. Thank you, Starlight Moonblood. She really is quite the character. Yep, Aqua Mermaid. Oh yeah. Now what's weird is that this breast seemed to do really well, and the other one kind of didn't, which I'm not a fan of. But I'm thinking this is going to be one of my, you know, the projects that I have, the ongoing projects where I'm just continually like, well, that was bad, I'm going to redo it. This may turn out to be one of those, and I'm okay with that, because having just one project work on is honestly easier than having a bunch of different projects. Ugh. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, this one's just bad. This one's like all white silicone. I don't know why that happened. But then the iridescence just peeled off this seashell thing, so that's interesting. But anyways, happy Sunday. Hope you guys have all been having a good week so far. It is October now. Doesn't matter where you live, it is the month of October. It doesn't matter what the seasons are, it is a new month. Last vid, someone had a galaxy tail. That was probably me. I don't know. Where did they get it? What was my last video? I am trying to remember. I don't know. What was my last video? Seems like it was forever ago. But I have a lot of galaxy tails. I get them from a variety of places. My mainstay one is from Shop Vancouver Mermaid and Mermaid Amathea. I have a silicone and a fabric version. That was a swim with Mermaid Amathea. Yeah, that was me! And that was Mermaid Amathea! So that was me in the galaxy tail. And Mermaid Amathea was swimming next to me in her signature tail, which she calls Druzy. And they were both made by her. And that's kind of our annual camping trip, summer wild swim that we do. And it was really fun. And I love her work. I love her. She's just incredible. I was thinking about her earlier, and I was like, I love her. Do you make some? No, I do not make silicone tails. You're gonna see me struggle with this. Even I, I would not want to make a silicone tail myself. All right, I'm gonna put on my mask because it is Noxious Fumes, and we are gonna go for the siliconing of the top, part 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then I think I might go in with some E6000 on a headdress. So, well, that kind of cures. Now this stuff, how long does it take to cure? This is rinse well out of eyes for 15 minutes. Okay, thank you. Clean area, cut nozzle. Oh, I have to cut the nozzle. Apply caulk. Smooth into gap. Wipe hands and tools thoroughly before washing. Allow at least 12 hours before water exposure. Cool. Alright. So that is what we're going to do. So I can't sit in this top for 12 hours. But apparently I'm supposed to cut this nozzle, which I forgot I had to do. But I do have some wire cutters in my little jewelry repair kit. So I might just try and use those. Crafting! So fun. Okay. Alright. Oh, cool. It has a little line where you're supposed to cut. Come on, wire cutters. Don't fail me into cutting. Don't fail me. We're cutting this big, thick plastic tip off of packaging. Oh! Think I got it? Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay. That was a little messy. But we're here. We're fine. We got it. Also, sorry about any background noise. I live in a neighborhood where people also live. So, apologies about that. Nothing I could do. Weird question. Should I get a snake? I love snakes. I am not the person to ask. I do not have a snake. I don't really... Maureen Moongazer has a snake, actually, now that I think of it. And one of my gaming friends has a snake. But I do not know much about the sort of things that you should consider before purchasing a snake. Oh yes, this looks much better with the clear silicone instead of the pigmented stuff. Shoot, I might just want to redo all of this again. But if you ask me questions about should I get XYZ tail or XYZ monofin, I'm the person to ask for that. Questions about living creatures, I'm not your gal. I have a cat, and I love my cat. And it's not even my cat, it's my mom's cat. What are you thinking snake with? Oh wait, we've got someone that loves reptiles in here. Siren Cities, of course. I'm an idiot. Of course she'd be able to help you out. You have a snake, right? Yeah, you... Okay, she's helping you out. She's got it. She has got it. Alright, how many people are we at here? 9! 9. Love that. Alright. Just gluing more little shells onto my silicone top. As you do. Again. From far away it looks good. Up close, kind of bad. If we're being honest. But that's how crafting be. That is how crafting be. Ah! Oh no. Ah! Cripes. Come on. Piece of crap. There we go. Ooh, silicone is so sticky, which is why we wear gloves, because having it all over one's hands would not be fun. Okay, so there we go. Oh, neighbors. Everyone's like, it's a beautiful day outside. We're gonna do all of our projects. And I mean, that's me too, so I don't know why I am criticizing my neighbors for doing the same thing I am, but it's inconveniencing to me because I stream. I'm a big fan of you. Thank you, lovely lady horse or something. Sorry, your name disappeared from my chat. I'm just doing this on my phone right now. So let's just hope I don't get, hate bombed or whatever. What's it called? Stream rated? Hate rated? Very annoying. Oh, squish! Oh no! Bunch of my new scales are displacing themselves. Stop that. Get back on there. You have a job to do, and that job is to stay put upon my breasts. I think I need to have more silicone on the bottom of it too. I was just doing it on this like little top part, but I think I'm going to do it on the round part at the bottom. I'm getting the feeling that I might just need to repurchase a bunch of these sequins and redo the top, but the problem is that I've got all this kind of messy silicone from the previous time I tried to do it all over it already. And over some of the scales, but like on the top too, which is really annoying. That wasn't very smart of me. I kind of wish I hadn't done that. But, can't go back now. As soon as I get this done, I'm gonna try and toggle a chat thing, because your guys' messages keep disappearing before I can read them. Do you think an 11-year-old child can be in a mermaid tail shooting fish with a bow? Well, the mermaid tail and child, I can answer that question. If you do Red Cross swim kids, I recommend, like, passing level 5, or at least level 3 before you get into a mermaid tail. You gotta know how to swim, you gotta be a strong swimmer, you gotta be confident in water over your head, if you're gonna be swimming in the ocean, obviously. You know, good treading water, good recovering, good endurance. It takes a lot of endurance to swim in the water. And that's not to say 11-year-olds are not capable of that endurance. I'm a swim teacher, and I've seen many, many kids absolutely crush it. Lots of swim team kids, too. They're younger, way younger than me, doing much better than I could ever do. But, I'm not sure about the whole harpoon gun things. I'm not a pro on that. That I would probably recommend you consult your local dive shop, people who do spearfishing, freediving groups. I'm sure kids have done it. I'm just not sure about having a mermaid tail. And heavy weaponry under the water is the best idea. I would recommend not jumping in and doing both at the same time to begin with. Start doing mermaid stuff in a pool, then move on to doing the ocean with a safety partner. I do not recommend swimming, like, really anywhere, but especially open waters alone. It's not awesome. It's good to always have a buddy, a safety partner, someone who can keep an eye out for you and call the Coast Guard if you disappear. And yeah, I personally don't fish. I don't do a lot of, like, hunting, outdoor stuff like that. It's just not my thing. So I know there are people around in my area that spearfish, but I don't know about any of the mermaids. But yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know what your skill levels are. I don't know what culturally is acceptable where you are. But, you know, consult people who want to keep you safe. Like, you know, local dive shops, your parents, swim teachers, that sort of thing. Scuba coaches. But I definitely recommend, if you're going to be doing anything in the open water for long periods of time, get your freediving. It's like your open water freediving certification. Besides just being awesome, it helps you stay safe and hold your breath for longer, which is awesome, especially when you're in those rough circumstances. Okay, got 2 more scales to go. Very exciting. Boop. There's 1. And last one, which doesn't have any iridescence on it, but that's fine. And 2. There we go! We are done with the silicone for today, for now. So we are going to keep this outside, let it cure. I'm going to take off one of my gloves and see if I can fix my chat. Because like I said, you guys keep disappearing on me. Hi Faith, how are you? I am good. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to take your gloves off neatly if you're planning on reusing them. Because most of the time, like, I do a lot of, I work with a lot of chemicals where I work. So I'm taking gloves on and off all the time. And, you know, PPE and in first aid, you, like, immediately dispose of your gloves. So it's like, it's your birthday today! Happy birthday! I don't exactly know how to keep my chat on all the time, but happy birthday, Zoe! I hope you have a great day. How old are you turning, if you don't mind saying? If you do mind, that's okay. I went through a phase where I just refused to give out my age to people. And it was really funny, honestly. Especially men. Men got so pressed about it. They'd try and figure it out, and I'm just like, why is this important to you? And they're like, and I'm like, why does it matter? And they're like, highly recommend, especially if you work in a male-dominated industry, just like flat out refusing to give your age. People will laugh, and I'm like, because my theory, my reasoning was, I'd rather you judge my work based on my work, rather than you judge my work, my capabilities, and what I do based upon my age. You know? I don't know. I feel like some people, especially men, like to try and justify why someone is better or worse than them in their mind, and use age as a prime excuse or a prime method of complaint. So when you just like refuse to give them that cannon fodder, it's just really funny. And that's not to say that all guys were like actively trying to critique me and stuff like that. But some of them were like actively trying to like get it on with me, and I'm like, go away. And I look young too, so if I didn't even say how old I was, then sometimes they would just back off because they're like, oh shoot, I don't know how old she is. She could be a minor. That's not great. Alright, next up, we are going to be making this Merbella's headdress. Da-da-da-da. Usable! Faith, will you be getting one of Shopping for Mermaid's October release tales? I don't think so. Don't think I can afford it this time around, but if you guys buy a lot of things with my code, then I might be able to afford some next time. She has kind of sneaky peeked the things that she will be, she's working on for, like, next launches and stuff, which I'm a little more excited about. Plus, I already got a tale from her from the last launch, and I want to give other people a chance. So, short answer, no. But I will be getting a few little accessories and stuff. I haven't quite decided what's within my budget and things like that. So bear that in mind. But I'm really excited for the Shopping of a Mermaid launch. Get yourself a mermaid tail, mermaid tops, mermaid bracers, all inspired after the three mermaids: the blue one, the green one, and the orange one. Can't be bothered to learn their names. Don't come at me from Pirates of the Caribbean. They look absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, Shop Vancouver Mermaid does amazing work. I love, love, love my tale from the last launch from her. And she's giving sneak peeks. She put a video, or not a video, but like she put a photo on her Instagram of her and Mermaid Kim wearing the green tail and the blue tail, and it looks just amazing. Okay, I'm gonna... I can eat the carrot enough. There we go. It looks absolutely just incredible, just stunning. The colors, did you go to purchase an October Finfolk tail? No, but yeah, that was another thing that happened. Other mermaid news. Who got one of those guys? All of them. Oh man, this E6000 exploded everywhere. All of them looked really cool. I think my favorite, obviously, was the Cariel Butterfly Fluke one. Just, give it to me. It's gorgeous. I did not get anything from that launch. But I feel like this is a complaint that everyone has all the time. But, like, they did not give enough warning for this launch. Like, they said, oh, we're launching on October 1st. It's, like, cool. And obviously they give sneak peeks in their pod squad and stuff. But, like, I kind of took a bit of a social media break this last week. But I did not see anything from their Finfolk. Like, I did not see their full lineup until, like, after they released. And after, like, it was mostly all sold out. So I'm like, what? Like, normally they post, like, what their full lineup is at least a couple days in advance after teasing and showing everything. But, yeah, they didn't this time. And I'm like, guys, I think they only released 6 tales, and one of them is a re-release that'll be on for all month. So it wasn't a super big release. I am anticipating that Black Friday they'll have some more tales out and ready to go. But yeah, I don't know. Did any of you guys get Finfolk stuff? Let me know. Oh, I saw someone said they got the Song of the Seas. That one looks really cool. I think someone from my pod got that one. I don't know if you're the same person or not, but that's heckin' rad. Alright, well, that craft session was actually much shorter than I anticipated. I got my hair clips glued to my Merbella's headdress, so hopefully those cure and hold. I got scales re-glued to the H2O top. I got a bunch of glue all over my seam ripper, so sorry. Oh, shoot. I've been living on my husband's stipend for the last year. I have no extra money to buy anything right now. Aw, that's too bad. It's okay, though. I do realize, though, I did want to glue some goggles back, so... Ugh. I was gonna say I'm gonna take you guys to my front door to grab them, but I will not. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Got the goggles. They are broken. I am going to fix them. I tried to fix them yesterday, and it didn't work. I think I had too much glue on too small of a surface area. I now have 13 tails with 4 tails still in the way. Atta guy. Atta boy, merman. Something. That is the way to go. Hello, mermaid Steckle. Sorry, I can't see things very well today. Okay. Glue the goggles back together. They're not great goggles, but, you know, you always need a dive mask. This isn't, oh shoot. This isn't even a good dive mask, if I'm being honest. Pretty sure I got it from the lost and found at a pool. That is how I obtain most of my eyewear. The top looks H2O. It is! Good eye. That's what it's inspired after. I added a bunch of scales to it previously in the last live stream, which actually had a really good replay value, which is why I'm kind of doing it again. But some of them, unfortunately, came off in the water due to my shoddy craftsmanship. So I am trying to... it was previously in this live stream. I re-siliconed a bunch of them on. And now I'm trying to E6000 some goggles back together. But I fear it may be time to say goodbye to these goggles. Okay, I think I've got it seated. I'm just gonna hold it like this, because it is not being nice. Oh, come on. How long does it take E6000 to cure? How long does it say? Instructions. Allow 24 hours to curing. Maximum bond may not be reached for up to 72 hours. Ah, it fell. Well, I'm just trying to get it to, like, stay in place. This is the problem I came across yesterday when I was trying to do it. I was waiting for, or I guess it was Friday. I was waiting for my boyfriend to pick me up. He was taking a bit longer. And I was done getting ready, so I was like, I know. I will simply just do a craft project. And it didn't work. And I'm starting to think that it's not going to work. Because it's a really small, thin, weirdly jagged piece of plastic that is needing to be glued to another, again, thin, weirdly jagged piece of plastic. Okay. Honestly, I feel like hot glue might be better. Although, hot glue is like... I get it, guys. Hot glue, it's cheap, it's easy, it seems pretty solid. Seems like a good choice for underwater stuff. It is not. It may seem like it is, but it's not gonna last very long. So, just don't. Oh yeah, this has got like a crack in it. Use E6000 for all of your underwater needs. You know, it may be time to say goodbye to these goggles anyways. What's your favorite thing about spooky season? What's my favorite thing about spooky season? I like that it is now seasonally appropriate for me to play my favorite video game, Dead by Daylight, which is a really awesome... Oh no! I got glue all over the table! Oh no! Our table! Okay, but actually I don't want to get glue on this table. It's rather... It's not nice. It's an outdoor table, but, you know, I want to keep it in decent condition. Okay, I have succeeded in spreading the glue around. Good, that'll work. I have 2 crappy ones from Amazon, 3 Fin Funs, and a Mertailor Whimsy 2. That's a progressively nicer and nicer collection. Love that. Let's not use the Steam Ripper for glue. Let's use this rusty bobby pin. Oh, it's not even rusty. Oh my gosh. Like, I get it. You know, the glue isn't instant. You know, the glue takes a while to bond. But, like, this is just being annoying! Maybe if I just did it sideways. No, because it's on a weird angle, which is the problem, I think, with these goggles that I'm running into. So it's on a weird angle. So I'm like, I don't know. Angry. Alright, are any of you guys working on any craft or art projects right now? Let me know in the chat. I want to know, what is your current mission? What's your thing that's broken? Also, I was thinking, I'm trying to find a tail that fits. Ooh, well, I've got good news for you, Zoe. And what tails and monofins and tail makers do you recommend? Why, thank you, Zoe, for that beautiful soft pitch to my pitch. Shop Vancouver Mermaid, local artist, local to me. She goes by Courtney Mermaid as well. You may have seen her stuff on YouTube. We do a lot of things together. In fact, my next video will feature her, which is pretty exciting. She started making tails for herself, and people love them because they're really good, and because she's awesome. And then she started making tails for other people, custom ones. One of which actually 2 of which I have. I posted a photo of my old one, Mako, which is inspired by H2O, on Instagram today. It's beautiful and orange. And then she made more custom ones. I got an even better one called Sea Star, which is blue and pink and purple and all things galaxy. And I love that one to death. That one's beautiful. It's my baby. And then she started making, so those were all custom. So one-to-one commissions, super high quality, super exclusive. But then she started making, like, launches. Like, you know how Finn folks, like, here's a bunch of tails, bleh, buy them. And everyone goes, okay, I will buy them. That's what she started doing, except she's a little bit better at, like, actually giving people fair warning. So she has produced, one line of tails, which I've been really bad about making content about. She produced 1 line in May, really good, really well received, and now she's making another line of tails, just in time for spooky season, although they will, in all fairness, they will come a couple months after spooky season, but they're still seasonally appropriate for everything, because they're inspired after the sirens / mermaids in Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh, she has blown me out of the water with her designs. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I really wish that I had, like, another phone that I could show you guys what they look like, but please, just go to her Instagram, Shop Vancouver Mermaid, her website, her regular Instagram, Vancouver Mermaid, she just did a YouTube video about all the things coming up in October, one of which, of course, is the Fall Tail launch. All that to say, she has 3 designs, 1 blue, 1 green, which is pretty aerial, not gonna lie, it looks pretty aerial, so that's exciting, as well as the mermaid from Pirates of the Caribbean, and an orange one, which is kind of H2O-esque, but with a different shaped fluke. And they are made for the Lucia monofin, the Mahina monofin, and the Luna monofin. I personally would recommend either the Mahina or the Lucia inside those tails. I feel like it might be a little bit too much drag, yeah, I just... So good. They look so good. They are launching on October 15th, and if you're going to purchase anything, use my code Nerdmaid for 10% off. And I saw we dipped a viewer, so I will stop talking about Shop Vancouver Mermaid, but I probably will again. But they're really awesome. I highly recommend you go check them out. And, if you purchase one of her tails, tops, monofins, bracers, leggings, etc., using my code Nerdmaid, you'll not only get 10% off, but you'll help me support my mermaid endeavors so that I can purchase more things from her. That's basically how it works. Is she goes, promote my stuff, and I go, okay, and then she goes, here's money, and I'm like, I will buy more of your stuff, and she's like, okay. So it's just a great thing overall, and then you guys get stuff for a discount, and it's great. Will do. Thank you. You're welcome, Zoe. Anyone know if Mertail are in Texas? Mertailor's based out in Florida, but they ship everywhere. Oh yes. Okay, so I have my goggles are actually staying. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're actually staying upright, so they may, in fact, cure, which is great. So now, I guess our next trick, I guess we just need to find another thing in the crafting bin to craft, create, repair, what have you. Let's see, what do we got in here? I did attend a crafting night for Mermaids of BC, and it went rather well. Ooh! Maybe I will try to repair this! Although I don't think I have a sewing needle, but I can quickly grab one. Let's see, what else have I got? Oh, this can go in my little... I've got this little thing for my aerial top. I took this off of my aerial top because I thought it was kind of ugly, and I am putting it into my little bin of things. I have to go, but thanks for the tips. You're welcome, Zoe. Hope you have a great day, great birthday, all that stuff. So, needle pulling thread. Here's my thread. La, a note to follow, so. Drink with jam and bread. Or maybe I could sew some wig clips into my wigs. No, I don't really feel like that. But I think I might just try to sew my thing. I don't know. I have a whole list of things that I craft, but I was honestly anticipating this project to take a lot longer. I think it was because the last time I did my H2O crafting project, it, failed horrifically. It took me so long. Well, when will you be dyeing your hair again, if ever? Yeah, I've also been thinking about hair dye. My hair is really healthy also. I want you guys just to appreciate this hairstyle. That is all, thank you. My hair is really healthy lately. I've finally grown out all of my bleach and all of my shaved side from 5 years ago. And I love dyed hair. I love dyed hair. But I'm also getting better at wearing wigs, which is helpful because I don't need to worry about re-dyeing and re-damaging my hair. And with certain occasions coming up in the next couple of years, I might want to keep my hair natural. That's not to say I'm never gonna bleach and dye it again, but I think that my kind of couple-year plan is to keep it natural, keep it healthy. I do have some hair extensions, which I love using. They're absolutely fun and gorgeous. But I might want to keep it natural for the next little while. And I like the length of it. It's been turning out fabulously. It's, I need a haircut. I've got a few split ends, but I really like where it's at. I really like wearing wigs. Well, actually, no, I hate it. But I am getting better at wearing wigs, so it's kind of leading me towards okay, maybe I don't need to invest in hair dye as much. Are we talking about some rings in the chapel kind of activities in the future? Perhaps. Let's just say we're at the point in our relationship where Bryce and I went to a waterfall on Friday, and he pranked me by kneeling down and picking up a cedar leaf and going, hey, look, there's cedar leaves on this bridge. And I'm like, you bastard, I hate you. But if you're at the point where in your relationship where you can make those kind of pranks because one person is anticipating one thing, then, yeah, things are getting serious. So, perhaps. But I'm going to go grab a thread, a needle. So, a needle pulling thread. Maybe I'll move this thing covered in E6000, or yeah, a little bit out of the way. And I will get to sewing up this little monofin cover. We've just got 2 massive gashes in it. I don't know if it's going to do anything. Actually, I'll let Siren Sadie's lead the hype. she lead the hype. I'm gonna grab a needle for this BRB. And hello, hi, I'm back. I think I'm also going to sit you guys up a little bit, so that I can sit on a chair, and we can vibe that way, and I don't need to be kneeling down on my cushion. As much as I love my cushion. Well, so, what's everyone been up to today? Oh, dude, that's amazing. I'm so happy you're getting to that point. Thank you. Thank you. I am happy to. Oh, no! Oh! I dropped my goggles, but they kind of stayed intact. Yay! What have I been up to today? I overslept. Didn't make it to church, but luckily, because pandemic and just because some people can't always make it to church physically, I just went to online church this morning, which was good. And then hung out with my mom a bit. I went and picked up some sushi that I'm gonna have for dinner, having a few people over to watch The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug, which is why my hair is all fun and terrial. So, yeah, just kind of been prepping for that. And then I went, hey, we've got A, good weather, B, I've got a chunk of time, and C, I'm in a decent mood. And my internet doesn't seem to be too bad, so I'm going to live stream. So that's kind of what I've been up to today, just kind of prepping for that, getting the house clean, ready for people to come over in a couple hours. Now, I'm going to sew up this monofin cover, because it's got these giant rips in it, which I'm not about. It's rather sad. I haven't used this thing in a while, but it's still really fun. I just don't want to use it without ripping it further, so we are, going to, ooh, that's gross. There's, like, foamy bits all in the inside. Okay. Don't know what that's about. It's kind of nasty. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And my best friend, who is helping me host the party, food is covered, comma, but you're welcome to bring something. Ah, shoot. Food, sorry, I'm just trying to voice text. Is covered, but you can... Oh! I hope I didn't send that prematurely. Can bring... Oh my gosh. I hope she knows I'm live. Probably not. Ah! I hate typing sideways. Some... There we go. I gotta go. Nice to see you. Bye, everyone. Or not everyone, just you. Mermaid Catalina. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. I always appreciate when you guys join in, and I know I didn't stream. I know I didn't give any warning to the stream. My bad. That's just how I roll. Ugh. Oh yeah, also funny thing. When it was probably good that I didn't end up going to church in person today, but I was sitting on the couch and then my phone rings and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll answer that. And it is Mermaid Zelda, and she's like, hey. I'm like, hey. She's like, I'm doing a princess party, like a Disney princess party, and our Anna has a sore throat. And she's like, we need an Anna. And I'm like, well, if you're calling and asking about an aerial or a party assist, I'd be happy to take you out of this jam. But I think you really want my sister. She's like, yeah. So Jira, who's an actress, I texted her, and she stumbles out of bed. She actually wasn't in church either. We're both sinful daughters. And I was like, hey. She's like, what? And I'm like, Mermaid Zelda wants an Anna. You want to go be Anna for princess party? And she's like, heck yes. So my sister is off. Super excited for her. Another step in her budding actress career. I was very proud of her. And I like to talk her up on my live streams, so go follow her on Instagram, j.a.i.r.a. She also is moonlighting as a scare actor at a haunted corn maze this year, which is really funny. she's a possessed clown of some sort, to being Anna in the same weekend, which is really funny, but she does a good job at anything that you put a script slash improv in front of her. She will give everything 110%, which is excellent. I am very proud of her. And I am here sewing up a deteriorating piece of spandex that I had gotten 4 years ago. So that's where we're at. On stream with 6 viewers. It's a good time. I'll probably stream for about 20 more minutes, and then I will continue getting my house clean and all that for my little movie night. My best friend and I have been hosting, or have been like, yeah, we're gonna host Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movie nights over the next, kind of winter. So we started in August, and we started at the end of August just so, people would have, because people are always away on vacation and stuff in the summer. And then it was Labor Day, so we didn't do one on that weekend. Then I was away, or I had plans, and she had plans. And then some of our friends got married, and so that, so there was a bachelor at one weekend, and then and then the wedding the next weekend, and so it was like we were all kind of in that sort of mode. And I had a photo shoot one weekend, so it was just a lot of like things. And then we're like, oh, it's October, we should do another one. And so and then she was like, can we do it tonight? I'm like, no, we can't. This was on Thursday. I'm like, no, we can't do it with no warning. So we did it with some warning. I made a Facebook event yesterday and was like, hey, sorry, anyone want to come over? So it'll be just a few people. Nice little get together. And now we're down one person because my sister's off being a princess, so oops. But that's okay. My boyfriend will come, and that's all that matters. And my best friend, of course, too. I had a dream that she died, as well as some of my other friends, so it'll be nice to see everyone together, not dead, in a horrific GTA-style pedestrian-killing car accident, which is what I dreamed about, which was very traumatic. I woke up and I was like, Bryson, I dreamt everyone died. He's like, that's not good. I'm like, no. But thankfully, everyone wasn't dead. Like, I think I dreamt that, like, my best friend was getting married or something, and then, like, 3/4 of the wedding party just, like, died in a horrific accident. It was very traumatizing. Don't know why I'm saying this on stream. I am now, probably I'd say, a quarter of the way through my little sewing thing, although I think I may need to get more thread, which is a little annoying, but that's okay. Has anyone had any spooky dreams? I know that, Halloween, everyone's always like, oh, I'm gonna watch a horror movie, and then you have a terrible dream. You're like, oh, it was a mistake. I still need to watch the sequel to Haunting of Hill House. I watched Haunting of Hill House in 2018. I watched it when I was on tour, which was really fun because I lived on a bus, so I didn't need to be scared about a scary thing in a house because I was on a bus. But it was extremely well done. If you're looking for a like kind of horror series, you're sick of Stranger Things or American Horror Story, which I actually haven't seen, so I can't really say anything to that. But Haunting of Hill House is extremely good, and like I just really like how it tackles the psychological traumatic impacts of something like that on young kids, and just the symbolism and the cinematography, and it's so good. It is so good. Highly recommend if you're looking for something. It's on Netflix. But as I was saying, I haven't seen the sequel, the follow-up, Haunting of Bly Manor, so I don't know if that's any good. But who knows? Also, I cannot see the chat. So either you guys are just quiet or my phone is being funky. Oh, there we go. Ah, the lag. Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. It was graphic. My whole family died. I couldn't do anything but watch. You had a dream? A night terror? Oh, that's horrible. Oh my gosh. That is terrifying. I don't know if I've ever dreamt that my family died. Actually, I did dream that, like, this when I was a child, I dreamt that me and my younger sister, Jaira, were watching her other younger sister, Ellie, when she was, like, a small baby or a toddler. And I dreamt that she, like, fell off a waterfall, and it was very traumatic. Traumatizing. And I woke up, I was like, is she alive? Yes. I wonder if that was a bit of my inner psyche showing through or something. I don't know. Ooh, this seam is just very much not even. I started like 1 centimeter away from where the tear is, and now I'm like a full inch away. So we're gonna try and get that back on track. Also, like I said, we did a Mermaids of BC craft night, and Bryson came, which was really nice. And I got him to sew together a tail that he ripped by accident. He was wearing it, and then all of a sudden his butt was hanging out. So that wasn't good. Obviously, he was wearing shorts underneath, but we're like, ah! And so then at our craft night, I'm like, you get to repair this. And he's like, okay. And he did a really, really good job. I'm very proud. Proud of his sewing skills. I taught him one of the 3 stitches that I know. I'm not an extremely good sewer, but... Oh, I should have grabbed that other tail. I was really... So I had a Finfolk tail that needed repairing at that craft meetup, as well as this headdress that I was working on earlier in the stream. And so I was like, okay, I'll bring this tail. And there was a little hole, kind of... It was the sea nymph fluke from Finfolk, so it kind of goes like out, and then in, and then out again. And so that little in part is a pretty high stress area. And so it ended up getting a rip from just the vinyl coming in and out. And so I fixed it, and then it ripped again on that same spot. And I'm like, no, my sewing wasn't good enough. And so I brought it to the craft meetup, and I was like, all right, let's go. And I sewed it back together. And then I went to Mermaid Zelda's house a couple days later. She was like, hey, let's swim. I'm like, okay. And so her and I and a couple other mermaids went for a swim, and it was very lovely. Just a nice little night swim. And I was like, let's do fall stuff. And so I wore my pumpkin spice tail, which is the one I was repairing, and my orange shell top, which looks like pumpkins. It's so cute. I love it. I love my look that I put together. Except I forgot something. I forgot my crown, which is really sad, so I might need to redo it again. Hi Ellie. And I was really, really stoked about that. And then I take my tail out of my bag, and I see the thing I repaired. And then on the other side of the fluke, in the same spot, there was a rip. Now, actually, I don't know if that was before I took it out or after I was done swimming it. But anyways, I fixed one side, and I was like, time for the test swim in the newly repaired tail. And there's another rip! Oh my gosh. Oh, Siren Cities. Are you taught? You know, my family went to the beach. Happens to be stingray migration. Imagine the literal cloud of stingrays. The water let us up to your shoulder, and you're all of 2.5 feet tall. Oh my gosh. Once a lifetime skier, I was crying my eyes out, latched to him. I mean, understandable. If you are that small, stingrays are rather foreign and scary. But man, yeah, that is crazy. Florida's wacky, man. Florida is so wacky. I may actually finish this seam with all of one thread, which is pretty exciting. I don't know if I'll do both rips. I might just fix this one rip and then call it a day. But I know what I do need to finish. My iced coffee for just tail tea time, so we must have a beverage. I just don't know what sort of tea I have. I wonder if there's any good mermaid tea. I don't know. I mean, there's like the Finfolk thing. I mean, it's not like they've done anything wrong. They've just done their normal thing that annoys people. Where I'd partially have to agree. And I told them, I said, guys, don't put out your spooky tales like a month before Halloween. I get it, I understand. But the mermaid community, thing about the mermaid community, is that the mermaid community is often comprised of people that do other alternative lifestyle things. And there could be many different other forms of alternative lifestyles. We've got hippies, we've got people in polyamorous relationships, we've got people in the steampunk community, we've got people that like are vegan, we've got people that are into cosplay, we've got people who are into witchcraft, just all sorts of fringe communities there. And and so like I said about like the witchcraft thing, and there's lots of people who do alternative stuff like, goth, Lolita, that sort of thing, raver, excuse me, don't go room. There's a lot of people in the mermaid community that are also into very kind of like spooky stuff, whether it's, spooky for the sake of aesthetics or spooky for the sake of religious or spiritual stuff. But, so all that to say, there's a lot of people that are like, yay, dark, gothic, spooky things. And the funny thing is that all these people think that they're the only one. There's a lot of people that are like, oh no, I'm like a spooky alternative person, and I like black. And it's like, okay, neat. I don't know. It's just, it seems like there's a lot of people that are like, no, I'm not like your normal mermaid. I'm like a witchy, spooky, scary siren. It's like, yeah, you're not the only one. You're not that special. Oh no, I'm special. It's the face, Mom. It's who I am. And I'm like, okay. It's just really funny, you know, the fact that there's like a subculture dedicated to being different and being like, I don't know. Oh, what's the word? There was a word. Not emo. A word. Alternative, I guess. And you know, it's like, oh, I'm alternative to the norm. I'm not a normie. But there's like literally tens of thousands of people who all have this kind of the same, you know, mindset. It's kind of funny. So obviously there's a good market of darker, spooky style, black, red, gothic sort of tales for any sort of wizard, warlock, or spooky, scary skeleton. Mertale are some cool skeleton ones. But everyone in the mermaid community is special. I know someone in the witching community, our stuff can be expensive and needs a head up on our budgets if we want to get other mermaid stuff. Aw, that's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, the mermaid community is expensive. Like any alternative community is expensive. Like any hobby really is expensive. You know, there's some hobbies that aren't that expensive, but you can make any hobby as expensive as you want. Yeah. You know, I'm sure, like, fashion communities, I can't even imagine, like, clothes in of themselves are expensive enough, and I buy a lot of my clothes just secondhand or from thrift stores. I don't like buying clothes outright. I don't like contributing to fast fashion, and just for a variety of reasons, and I have no self-confidence. But, you know, I can't imagine being in, like, a kawaii or a Lolita or a gothic or, you know, sort of like aesthetic specialty fashion sort of community hobby, and like that's what you do and that's what you love and that's what you pursue. But like having to have an entire wardrobe of like specialty clothing, I can't imagine how pricey that must get. Because like stuff like mermaid and cosplay, like either, you know, like it seems like mermaid and cosplay is kind of like the same, where you have sort of your one and done, where you create a tale or buy a tale or create a cosplay and you wear it one time for a convention or one time for a photo shoot and stuff like that. And you know, have a good time creating this look, but you know, you might sell it or you might just not use it anymore. Or you can, you know, devote your life to like one cosplay or one mermaid look. And I kind of do both, but like I think of the people in the 501st Legion, or the Rebel Legion, which do like Star Wars cosplays, and they like spend all their time working on a character, and then they've got it, and then they've got it approved, and then they can wear it to a bunch of different stuff, and it's really cool and it's screen accurate and all that. But I don't know. I feel like that analogy might not be as good. But then, you know, stuff like. But yeah, anyways, it's a thing that you only wear once for like an event, or you take out every once in a while. So like my mermaid tail, you know, if you just pick a random mermaid tail, like I'll wear it like once a month, and then I'll clean it and I'll put it away, and it's ready to go for the next time. But then like clothing, like Lolita clothing, like. I mean, I guess that's not so true, but like, you know, if you're in an alternative fashion scene, you know, if you're really into it, gotta wear that stuff every day. And it's not like you can have just one costume. Like, you know, you have to have multiple different things, multiple different sets, multiple different looks that you can put together. I guess that's just kind of the same in any sort of fashion hobby, fashion scene. But yeah, anyways, just the pressure to have a full wardrobe of fancy clothing and stuff. Not for me. No thank you. I'll take my one really nice mermaid look. Because I guess with a mermaid thing, it's acceptable to have one over and over, you know? But then again, in cosplay stuff, maybe not so much. Maybe people are always like, oh, what's your next cosplaying things? But I think that's just kind of part of the drive of cosplaying, is just always creating something new and always looking at the next thing. Because the media is constant. There's always something new, always a new character to cosplay, which is pretty cool. Interesting discussion that is only within me and my own brain. Love that. Thanks, guys. You're just listening to Faith rambling as she's sewing. But the good news is that I am just tying off this seam right now. I don't know if this is actually going to be of any use, if there's ever going to be a use for this guy again, but it's nice to have it partially sewn up again. Maybe if I ever need something to sew, I will just sew this. If anything, it's just good sewing practice. Something to keep my hands busy. I don't know if I did a great job on this. I probably should have pinned it, but again, it's not like it's tail or anything. I'm super concerned about it looking nice. But yeah, that is that. I'm gonna seam rip this. Just cut the thread. Boom. There we go. And now everything goes back into the sewing box for next time. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. Siren Cities, particularly. #1 hype woman. Love it. Love you. I hope you guys all have a fantastic October. I don't know when I'm going to do another tail tea time, but look forward to a new video eventually. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. It's hard to make stuff. But I made a new video for my Patreons, so that's pretty exciting. If you want to check that out, I have a Patreon. I think the link is in the description or on my channel. But until next time, have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll see you later. Bye! End this.